my name is Destiny Fullerton, and welcome to Principal Minutes with Mrs. Carbonell.
Good morning. Thank you for having me.
Good morning.
So I thought we'd kind of get an update of what's going on at Littleton High School. Our sports season is up and going. Our teams are making us all very proud. Our unified team has had their second game. They traveled away yesterday. They just make you smile when you watch their games because they just care for one another so much. Our varsity teams, JV, middle school teams are all on the court showing proper school spirit, not being poor sports, they're being great sports on the court. Watching them play together is pretty exciting when they've got the rhythm going. And our spirit squad's there supporting them, and our pep band has started. Both of those teams, I'm going to call them teams, our pep band and our cheer squad, they do halftime entertaining and really help build the spirit in the gyms. So Littleton is healthy. Our student body is coming out to support their peers. So I'm pretty excited for our students.
So this coming Sunday, the LHS players are putting on a murder mystery theater production called The Great British Bump Off. And it's a parody of the Great British Bake Off. And it's a small cast, and it's just a quick little play. It's a dinner theater play. And it's a comedy, and like I said, it's a murder mystery. So people will be able to vote who they think the killer is at the end of it. And we might even be raffling off cakes that we have baked.
Nice. Excellent.
So, yeah.
So I know that last year's production was enjoyable, and I know this year's production includes a 4-course meal. And the community of students on stage and supporting the audience who's at the dinner theater having their meal are very positive. It's fun. Yes. It's a lot of fun. I know it starts at 4:30.
Yes.
And tickets can be bought in advance for $6 for students and $12 for adults.
Yes.
So I'm hoping to see that sold out by Friday. So if you want tickets, you need to get out there and get those tickets.
Yeah, and you can go to any of the cast members that are in the play. We're selling tickets.
And I think there's a limited amount available through the main office at Littleton High School. So I've been busy.
Yes.
I've been partnering with the American Legion. They are doing an oratorical contest. They do it every year. And on Monday we went to WLTN and did a radio appearance, I guess you'd call it, and talked about that opportunity for our students in high school. An oratorical contest is where you just simply get up and you speak on a topic. And the American Legions, it has created this national challenge, kind of like the VFW's Voice of Democracy essay. However, they provide 4 topics that you can research and write index cards on and come to their competition. It'd be a local competition to begin with. And one of those topics will be drawn, and you have to speak to that topic freely. So you don't write a speech, you prepare for one, and then you give it. It's a great opportunity. I think at the national level, there's $18,000 available for the top place winners. So I'm hopeful that our students participate in that. And the only thing we need is to know by January 17th if you're going to participate. You don't need to come prepared at that time, but you need to be ready to be prepared with the topics that we can provide to you. So Mr. Cushing and I spent some time on WLTN, and it was nice to reach out to the community that way, just as it is reaching out to the community this way. So that's up and going.
And with the oratorical contest, is there a limit on who can enter and be a part of it?
Anybody can be a part of it. You don't need to be a member of the American Legion or a family member of the American Legion. It's for any student. And this is a 9 through 12 competition that we're talking about now, but next month it'll be the middle school competition. And they have rules and so forth on the amount of time you have to speak and a rubric. It's nice to see our organizations using rubrics so that you know exactly what to expect when they're judging you. So that's an up-and-coming opportunity for our students. And I like being able to partner with the organizations to spread the word.
So I heard you're going to be viewing Agers?
Yes. I've been reaching out to families for the last couple weeks. On Sunday afternoons, I do a phone call to families, talking about all the things going on at school for the week. I send it to our teachers as well, because it's always nice to have that information as a teacher too. We're going to be doing a viewing of Agers, and if you get online and kind of look at that movie, it is created by a filmmaker who's a primary care physician and does that kind of a hobby on the side, filmmaking with issues, typically medically based issues. And the use of screens in our lives has become more prominent and in some cases problematic for us. So this viewing gives us a great balanced perspective of the realities of what screens have as impacts on our lives, physically, mentally, and socially. So I'm excited to bring that to the school. We're going to be doing that on January 25th at 6:30 in the evening with families, and we'll do one showing during the school day. And it's not like a film you can search and see on Netflix or find out on the web anywhere. They've got a pretty solid program where you purchase the viewing of it and they send it to you, and you have 2 viewings and then you got to send it back. So it's pretty well isolated to organizations willing to sponsor and provide that learning opportunity to communities. So I'm hopeful that not just our parents, but surrounding community members come and attend, other school parents, business owners who are struggling with the use of screens during the work time. There's a lot for a society to benefit from viewing it. So, and they talk about, like, I don't know, the social media and the impact it has on our students, but the long-term effects too. So do you have Streaks and Snapchat?
Yes.
So Streaks and Snapchat, sometimes families don't know what that is.
Yeah.
And just having the knowledge of what our children and our students are using the technology for is important, because you can see if a streak is when students or children or teens or people, adults, communicate daily with a friend or other people, and a streak constitutes consecutive days of communication. And if they lose that day to be able to use their device to communicate, it has an emotional effect on, I've had a 500-day streak. What am I going to do now? So talking with families so they understand the emotional connectedness our students have to screens, and understanding their reaction when they lose their devices. And it's not just from a parent's perspective, it might be you lost your device. You used it inappropriately, whatever it might be, but the impact it has emotionally on children. We've got to come up with a better balance to kind of break the dependency. And it's not just students, because I know adults. I know adults in my age, 40s, even 50s, who play games regularly. I've got games I play, Words with Friends, and then you sometimes have those mindless games, the racing games, and you earn points, and you go to different levels, and you really want to get to this level. It's addictive. Our screens are addictive for all of us, and learning about that impact is going to be important. So I am excited about the showing, and it will be about an hour showing, and then about a half an hour discussion and community problem solving, because this is an issue that's new to society, that I think if we team together, we can better understand and support our community members, students and adults alike. So that's coming up Thursday the 25th.
And with the screens, like, my mom is in her late 50s, and if I want to talk to her, she's like, hold on, I have to finish this level, and then we can talk. So it definitely affects different, everyone.
I think so too. And if you think about your pets, I've been on my device. I'm not void of needing to play a game and so forth. But the pets will nudge you. Like, I need attention now. So the impact, if it's having that impact on your pets, as young adults, as students start growing families, it becomes normal to be on that technology that somebody's not getting the attention they need. and for all of us to be conscious of that. If you go to dinner, and I challenge everybody to do this, if you go to dinner in a restaurant and you look around and check things out, how many people are just engaged with one another, having conversation and a meal together, versus those people that are on their device or distracted, or it beeps and they've got to do this. You know, it's a societal challenge, and I think this is a great video to open up that conversation community-wide about how we are developing as a society and how we can continue to advance technology-wise, but to bring us back to the importance of that positive social interaction. So I hope to see many people there.
Well, thank you for joining me this morning.
I appreciate talking with you, and I'm hoping to bring next week the students who participated in the dinner theater so we can hear about that production, because there's always great things to learn about behind the scenes.
Yes. I will see about that.
Perfect.
Okay, my name is Destiny Fullerton, and thank you for watching. Okay, so this coming Sunday, So this coming, wait, sorry. Who do I talk to? Do I talk to her or should I talk to a camera?
Talk to the camera.
Camera? This one?
Yeah.
Okay. So this coming Sunday, the LHS players are putting on a murder mystery theater production called The Great